My name is Bob Showler. I'm with Everglades National Park. I work for the National Park Service, and I'd like to point out the poisonwood tree that grows here in South Florida. Poisonwood has a very distinctive bark, as you can see here, grayish, and then it also has these orangey, splotchy patterns on it as well. And sometimes you'll see on the poisonwood black, sappy splotches as well.
Now you've touched this. What does it do to you?
Well, if you, a lot of it depends on your susceptibility, but the toxin in poisonwood is the same as the toxin in poison ivy, poison oak, and so you can get that same itchy reaction from it. So you have to be careful with it, especially getting the sap on you, rubbing the leaves or any of the sap on the trunk.
So if you walk through the brush here, you could get this on your skin. It could be uncomfortable.
Absolutely. If you walk through the brush, through these dense woods, these tropical hardwood hammocks, and you brush against the leaves, you got to be careful. Yes.
And why do these plants do this? Is this their defense mechanism against animals eating them, or?
That's a good question. Some of the native wildlife actually feed on it, feed on the fruit.
Oh, so they're adapted
like the white-crowned pigeon, which is a Caribbean species, just like this tree, feeds on the fruit of poisonwood. But then probably certain animals, certainly humans, are susceptible to it. So probably, at least it affects some of the wildlife.
And you say it's sort of similar to poison ivy and poison oak.
It's in the same family. It's in the same family as poison ivy and poison oak, except the difference here is that this one, being a Caribbean species, it grows to tree size, and it's only found here in the southern tip of Florida in the U.S.
And what can you do if you get this on your skin and it causes some discomfort? What's
very similar to the treatment with poison ivy and poison oak. If you know you've gotten some of the sap on you, you wanna wash thoroughly and get that sap off of you. If you get a reaction to it, you can get treatments for that in the local drugstore that can help soothe the itch. But more or less, you really have to let it run its course. If you get a really bad case, some people are pretty susceptible. You might actually have to go see a doctor.
Right. So this place superficially is paradise, but it's got a few barbs to it.
That's very true. Yeah.
What are some of the other hazards? I noticed the bugs are pretty ferocious.
Yeah, we have a lot of mosquitoes here in these tropical hardwood hammocks of South Florida, particularly during the summer months. They breed in here, and this can be one of the most wild places in the country for mosquitoes. We have another poisonous tree that grows here on Elliott Key. It's much less common. It's called manchineel, and the effects of that are different from poisonwood. It's you get more of a burning, kind of a blistering reaction. It's almost a more painful reaction if you're susceptible to that. But by and large, you'd be amazed. I mean, you can walk around out here all day long, and which I do a lot. And as long as you know what plants, and things to avoid, these areas are surprisingly, tame out here.